Best wordplay in the game right now. Go subscribe. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Brews and Reviews. It's Knowledge, and today I'm reviewing Ransom and Rome Streetz Coup de Grace. Highly anticipated collaboration project from two of the best flows in the underground right now, both having some of their best output already this year. This is Ransom's third project of the year and Rome Streetz' fourth. Rome definitely having a breakout year following Death and the Magician, his best album in my opinion, and I also included it on my top 10 of 2021 at mid-year. We'll see if it makes the list at the end of the year. Either way, it was a great project produced by DJ Muggs, and both of these MCs are defined by their effortless multisyllabic rhyme schemes, breathless flow, not to mention extreme double entendre laced dark gritty subject matter. Speaking of which, Coup de Grace is like a mercy kill for somebody that's suffering, such as on the battlefield, or an animal that is dying, killing them. That's a coup de grace. So right there, it's dark enough. And fittingly, Ransom starts the album by saying, shit about to get real dark. Let's get into it. It kicks off with No Remorse. And if I pointed out all the wordplay in this review, it'd be nothing but me just quoting bars, and I don't want to do that, but I gotta point out some of the best ones. And Rand sets the stage and the bar high immediately with the opening lines. He says, "Yeah, I don't know who y'all think you is. There's no life after death. You ready to die for thinking big." And after a cold chorus, Rome puts that breezy flow on display. Lyrically, he's turning ops into apparitions and blending words together perfectly with subtle alliteration. All I know is the next track. All I know, that man's a bad motherfucker. That reminds me of the Griselda track, but this is not that at all. That's the wrong song. I like this beat by Wavy to God, and I gotta say, a lot of the beats on this stand out more so than they do on other Ransom tracks in particular, where sometimes, particularly with Ransom, sometimes with Rome, they have a way of making the beats take a background and kind of something simple going on so we can focus solely on their flow and wordplay. And those simple loops do accentuate the wordplay even more. I like that style, but I also like on this project how the beats stand out, some of them, and some of them could stand alone without these great MCs on top of them. And on this track, on the chorus, we've got Rome comparing hip-hop to the drug game. He says he's moving a different kind of product you ain't gotta hit your nostril with, and that's an age-old metaphor that goes back to even something like Trenchtown Rock by Bob Marley, but I think I was first exposed to that metaphor when I heard Lost Boys, Legal Drug Money. Kind of a forgotten album these days. Check that one out if you get a chance. Rooftop Sermons. Ransom's getting a little deep lyrically, a little deeper than he normally does, talking about the impact on young girls with the lyrics of the most popular female artists right now. He says, "Cry when your daughter's born. Tell me how could you party on, you partly wrong. Just cover they ears when Megan and Cardi's on. Don't mean to single out these artist songs, but word is a weapon, that's what my father warned." Very valid point, poignant lyrics, but still kind of ironic coming from Ransom because he's not like squeaky clean role model type of rapper, nor does he intend to be, but still a valid point coming from the man. And also catch a Tribe Called Quest reference from Rome. My theory is you lames on the low end. Don't give a fuck what your tribe called you. Cornballs never get no wins. Between the Biggie references on the first track, the tribe references here, other references later, I always like rappers who show respect to the rappers that came before them. Claudine, this is hands down my favorite track on the album. It's on some revenge storytelling, very much in the vein of Nas. Small World and Blaze of 50 immediately come to mind after hearing these lyrics. V-Don even creates a soundscape that you could hear Nas spitting storytelling rhymes over, and this beat is just one element of this song that makes it perfect. Another is the expert weaving together of a plot by the two rappers, complete with details described so vividly that you can see it. For example, Rome says, "The devil showed me things that made the Lord scream. Dollars rule everything around me, but the dope will surely bring your dreams to life or a nightmare." In Claudine's case, turned all of her fine features into a fucked fiend's face. And after they lay out the details that this fiend robbed a dealer and described the plan to make her OD and no one will notice, Che Noir, who made my #1 album of last year, comes in to play Claudine, the woman in question herself. And Rome ends the track as cold as possibly. He says, "Let her hit the bag, she gon' sniff and start convulsing, overdosing. Who gon' find out? She lucky I ain't say to blow her mind out. She get an open casket when she sign out." Coup de Grace, indeed. That is the album title in a nutshell with those lines. And this is a contender for lyrics of the year for sure. And I'm gonna drink to this track. I'm sipping on a Rar and Sons Oktoberfest. That is a Marzen lager. Been doing these all month. It's a 6.7% coming from Texas. Great beer. This actually might be the best Oktoberfest that I've had all month, and I've probably reserved it for the best project that I've reviewed all month. Don't quote me on that, but I'm gonna drink to this track and this album right now. Fairwells, just a skit. I don't always review skits, but I did want to review this one just to say that I recognize this sample. It was used by the great Gunn and Linguists on their track It's Over from Sloppy Seconds Volume 2. I'm going to push my classic Q&5 agenda on this channel. Check out Gunn and Linguists if you don't know them, please. One of the greatest groups of hip-hop all time. They're up there with Wu-Tang, Outkast. I'm serious. If you haven't heard of them, check them now. Pray for the Week, produced by Lord Sear. Maybe not a household name, but for starters, he did the Ransom and Royce the 5'9" collaboration called Greed, probably the best track off of Ransom's EP 7. And Lord Sear also appeared on the Open Mic Night tracks from Victor Vaughn, aka MF Doom's Vaudeville Villain, so you definitely know his voice from that. The title of this track in itself is a double entendre, as Rand explains in the chorus. He says, "You can pray for the weak and be my prey for the weak." Game comes in with a good guest spot, but he's still name dropping after all these years, talking about being on the phone with Suge. And Rome, recognizing that Death and the Magician was his breakthrough, he says, "No chips for the timid, the fortune's only for the bold. Knew I'd be that way before I had my fortune told." Jet Fuel. And this is the kind of track that I was talking about that Ransom has a tendency to flow over. The beat largely consists of a simple loop and only serves as a background to their exquisite flows. In fact, I was about to skip this track, but true to form, Ransom's verse demands your attention. He says, "I got some skeletons in my closet. It's time I get rid of these bones. In the future, the scientists have my abilities cloned. Get rid of these poems. An ex-drug dealer, and with a snap of a finger, I make a fiend spend his infinity stone. Silent Murderers. Nice sample here from unknown producer Stack Moolah. One of my favorite beats on the album, and maybe the best line on the album from Ransom. I don't know, there's a lot of them, but this one stands out. He said, "Prison made a wanna cry, don't wanna see the tears. Just know I dreaded going back like Stevie's hair." Brilliant and hilarious wordplay from the wordplay master. Best wordplay in the game right now. I'm declaring it. There's nobody that can compete. Argue with me in the comments if you want. Ransom is the #1 wordplay master in the game right now. Bandoleros, another standout produced by Nicholas Craven. The sample is in Spanish, but it sounds kind of similar to the It's Over sample that they had on the skit earlier. We got a great guest spot from Lou from Paradise here. Dude goes hard, and I haven't heard much of him, but every time I do, it's fire. Tyrant also holds his own with the rest of these lyrical tyrants on this track. This is a stellar posse cut. Death Becomes Life. This kind of reminds me of the beat for The Night the Earth Cried by Gravediggers. I don't know, maybe that song's just in my head because we're close to Halloween. Very timely, but we got more incredible wordplay from Ransom on this, and he says, "Ironic that most of you that married the game wasn't made of honor. And because your money can buy you watches, but it won't be able to purchase time." Damn. For his last words on the album, that's a mic drop right there. Like I said, wordplay master. Nothing can compete with those bars that's come out this year, period. And Rome ends the project by comparing him and his partner in rhyme to Ghost and Ray. This might be both of these dudes' best project this year, and that's saying a lot. I like how they complement each other's style too, with similar lyrical content, flow techniques, and approach to bars, but also each has their own strengths. While Rand's got a cold flow, Rome is just a little bit smoother. And Rome is no slouch with the lyrics and one-liners, but Rand got even more metaphors. This is really one of the best collabs I've heard in a while, and although this is no Cuban links, the Ghost and Ray thing might be true based on raw talent alone. I give this a 9 out of a 12-pack. Thank you for watching my review of Ransom and Rome Streetz Coup de Grace. If you like this, go ahead and hit like now and hit me up in the comments. If you didn't like it, also let me know why in the comments. I drop hip-hop and hops related content consistently, so subscribe to my channel now. And until I see you next time, keep buzzing. Fucking man says subscribe.
But if he's on his channel saying that somebody's album is better than mine, unsubscribe to that motherfucker.
No, your album's the best, man.
There you go. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe.